one of the issues with Trump is not just the immigration issue, because that's what they're protesting, but he's also sort of on a campaign against protesters in general. And I think that has been part of the tenor of this conversation this week.
I think a lot of this is theater. Part of the reason why he seems to be going after a more diverse array of undocumented persons in the country is precisely because I guess there's just no place where you can go round up a bunch of MS-13 members and put them all on a bus. In which case you need to make a show. So you show up at the Home Depot and you pick up the guys who I suspect some of the people at this table have at some point hired to do work in their homes. I don't know that those people are actually stealing jobs from anyone. I think in general, the economy seems to work fine. A lot of those people are here trying to make lives for themselves, and seeing displays of those kinds of people who are, picking up a kid from school or dropping them off and then getting picked up by ICE agents can be a bit radicalizing.
I wanted to go ahead, finish your thought. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
One other thing I'd say, though, is that some of the responses, however, to the things that the Trump administration have done have also been inflammatory. I think when Gavin Newsom suggests that 2,000 ICE agents who are pretty much only deployed at a federal building are somehow the most dangerous provocation in American history, a threat to democracy, I think there's a kind of obvious absurdity there and a sort of theater on his part as well. A basic sense of kind of economic literacy that has to be acknowledged here. Every child born in the country is not stealing a job from someone else.
Correct.
The population grows, the economy expands, and more people have more jobs. And those people who have jobs also end up becoming consumers of various things. The question isn't so much whether or not an additional person in the economy is kind of destructive to the economy. That would be absurd if it were in fact true. The question, of course, is who is coming in? When are they coming in? What is the volume what is the rate at which they're entering the economy? I don't know. Certainly the rates have fallen since Donald Trump was brought into office. It's the single most effective thing he's done in office. All he had to do was show up. He didn't spend a dime. And suddenly the flow of illegal immigration slowed down to a trickle. So that is a very good thing and satisfies many people. And again, in a lot of cases, I think the Trump administration is interested in the spectacle. When Kristi Noem goes and she makes an ad about illegal immigration and she's saying, hey, you get $1,000 if you leave the country, but you better go because we're coming for you. She's making those ads in English. Those are for Trump voters. They are not actually directed at the illegal immigrant population. There is an element of theater here. And are some people more hysterical because it's Donald Trump? Undoubtedly, that is a part of the story. But he's also fine with that. I don't think he's upset about it.
All of a sudden, flying foreign flags is a problem now, but it really wasn't a problem before.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a bit of a contrivance. Like, Mexico is an ally of the United States. Like, seeing the Mexican flag doesn't offend me in any way, shape, or form. But I would agree with you that it is a problem optically for Democrats. And quite frankly, I think Democrats do have a bit of an issue when it comes to these protests. From the Black Lives Matter demonstrations to the pro-Palestinian demonstrations, like the fact that there seems to be a kind of regular cadence with which you have these pretty explosive, often chaotic demonstrations is not something that I think goes unnoticed. And to the extent we talk about the problem of political violence and incivility in our country, like the footage that you've amassed, there's certainly January 6th, and it's always worth talking about that. It's also worth talking about the fact that Democrats have a legitimate issue with these problems as well. There's been one January 6th. There was weeks and weeks and weeks of Black Lives Matter chaos, weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's still ongoing of the pro-Palestinian demonstrations. And now we're seeing another installment of that right now, which is perhaps the reason why we're not seeing a lot of high-profile celebrities. They may make statements on Instagram, but they're not showing up.
I would